Hello, Well Church. Imagine for a minute that you have been parachuted in to a devastated city, maybe after an earthquake or something, and it was your job to fix things. They say in a crisis there's two important things to get in place. One is communication and connection, and the second is structure and routine. With those things in place, you can start to take control and you can start to build. We've been parachuted in some ways to a different setting. We're in a world that is very different from the one we've known previously. So yesterday we looked at the importance of connection, and today I want us to look at the importance of structure and routine so that we're best placed to be a blessing into this situation. So how can we have a good routine? Well, I think first of all, having a good daily routine is really important. Something I've been loving at this time is Joe Wick's PE teacher on YouTube. 9 o'clock, we as a family, well, various ones of us, it depends who's there, get a bit of exercise, a bit of fun, and it starts my day off really well. Evening times, going for our daily exercise, a walk or a run or something before our evening meal. And fixing meal times depending on work commitments. Joining together and doing that, maybe even including people, wider family, on Skype. And also having a spiritual routine. Maybe that's not something that you have had. Great time to get hold of that. I find for me, the best time is first thing in the morning before I have my breakfast and get distracted by the things of the day. For you, it might be a different time. Find a time, pick a time, and stick to it. For me, I use these Explore notes by the Good Book Company. Very helpful to help me just have that routine devotion. Maybe weekly routine you need to think about as well. Maybe marking the week with special meals on a Friday night or a Sunday lunchtime. Also that sense of Sabbath and rest, centering on God. And so our Sunday routine is also really important. We're using YouTube to give people some flexibility, but we're encouraging people to access those things at certain times. 10 o'clock would be a time to catch up for a coffee with somebody from church over the phone. 10:30, watch the welcome video or tune in. 10:45, watch the worship video. 11 o'clock, the preach. And then we've got community group discussions after that. But routine is important. It gives us that sense of togetherness, that we're doing the same thing at the same time. But also, it just helps us in the midst of a storm to keep that rock that is Jesus right front and centre. Maybe there's other routines. Maybe you're working from home now. Maybe you're not working and that's a place of freedom or maybe even fear. Routine is really so important. Other things as well, calling certain people, maybe certain days of the week or whatever. We're looking to increase in terms of spiritual routine. We're looking to increase the use of these 5-minute videos, producing a daily devotion to help you to be centered on Jesus. And also in terms of prayer, in the Church of Loughborough, we're encouraging people across churches to pray at 1 o'clock each day for a swift end to this. And also we're encouraging people to take Wednesdays as a day of prayer and maybe fasting as well. That this amazing opportunity that we have for the gospel would really come through. Folks, some people have said in recent years that for this nation to see a spiritual revival, it needs a crisis to happen. And so folks, here we are. It's not nice, it's horrible. But at this time when foundations are being shaken, we have an amazing opportunity to show people our foundation that is unshakable, that is Jesus Christ, and introduce them to our friend, our Lord, our Saviour. And so, folks, I want to challenge us. What kind of shape are we in? Are we keeping a good routine to put us in a good place to be able to make the most of this opportunity for the gospel and for Jesus? Think about your routine. Think about the structure of your life. What can you do?